Okay, so are you ready for this?
Wheeze.
Because today's deep dive is going to be a little bit different.
Different how?
Well, let's just say the headlines we're looking at today feel like they came straight out of some kind of alternate reality.
Oh, alternate reality? Sounds fun.
You think so?
Sure, why not?
Because, well, we're talking about news so wild, you'll wonder if someone spiked your coffee.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Lay it on me.
All right, so our source material today is a transcript we've got. It's straight from a broadcast called Global Report, and the title, Pasted Text. Doesn't really inspire confidence, does it?
Not really, no. But hey, sometimes the most bizarre stuff hides behind the most boring names.
That's what I'm hoping for, because let me tell you, the content is anything but boring. I mean, we're talking the president proposing we take over the Gaza Strip, the CIA practically begging people to quit with some crazy buyout program, and get this, the Postal Service tried to ban packages from China for like 5 minutes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay, you weren't kidding about alternate reality.
So, to help us make sense of all of this, help us navigate this world of what the heck is going on, I've got our resident expert on geopolitics, government agencies, and, well, let's just say they have a knack for making sense of the truly strange.
I do try my best. And trust me, some of these headlines today push the boundaries of strange, even for me.
So let's just dive right into the deep end, shall we? And we're going to start with this Gaza proposal.
All right, Gaza it is.
I mean, the president actually suggesting that the U.S. take control of the Gaza Strip, relocate Palestinian residents, and essentially hold on to the region. I mean, for who knows how long. It's audacious, to say the least.
It is. It really is. And I think what's fascinating here is not just the act itself, but the precedent it would set, the sheer scope of it. This proposal sent shockwaves through the international community. I mean, think about it from the perspective of, say, Egypt. They share a border with Gaza. They've got their own complex relationship with Palestinian territories. This would be a massive power shift in the region, and I don't think anyone was prepared for it.
Which explains the condemnation, right? From
Well,
Egypt, from Jordan, Saudi Arabia, it all kind of clicks into place now.
exactly.
But then there's this added layer of, well, mystery.
Oh,
Because the
yeah.
White House tried to walk it back. They're claiming there's no immediate plans for occupation. It all feels very cloak and dagger.
Absolutely. And it really raises the question, what was the goal here? Was this some kind of trial balloon? Did they want to gauge international reaction? Or was it a power play, a strategic move to assert dominance in the region?
It's like a poker game where we can't see anyone's cards.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The true motives, they're still unclear, but what is clear is the impact it had. The ripples, they went out far and wide through the international community. And who knows, the long-term consequences, those could be really significant.
And speaking of, upheaval and things that just make you scratch your head, how about the CIA? They're offering buyouts to their personnel.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day.
I mean, that's not exactly how you picture one of the world's most powerful intelligence agencies operating. It's like, what? Were they having a clearance sale on spies?
Right. It's definitely an unusual move. I mean, on the surface, it seems like a cost-cutting measure. But you have to wonder if there's something more at play here. Some analysts are suggesting that this could be part of a larger effort to reshape the agency, maybe align it more closely with specific political objectives.
That's a little unnerving, don't you think?
Uh-huh.
These are the people we rely on, to keep us informed and safe. If experienced professionals are leaving in droves, who's filling the void? And what does that mean for everything from, national security to international relations? I mean, even how we navigate tricky situations like this Gaza proposal.
That's the million-dollar question, right? The potential loss of institutional knowledge, the networks, the years of expertise, it's definitely a major concern, especially in a world where the threats we face are becoming increasingly complex, increasingly interconnected.
And it kind of makes you wonder about the motivations behind it all. What are they really after?
Yeah.
Okay, so shifting gears a little bit, let's talk about that executive order. The one that would have forced transgender women to be housed in male prisons.
Yeah.
Thankfully, a judge blocked it, but the whole thing just raises a lot of red flags.
It does. This goes beyond just logistics. It's about human rights, about the safety of vulnerable populations. While the administration was arguing, that it was a matter of safety and security, a lot of legal experts, advocates, they saw it as blatant discrimination. And the judge, it seems, agreed with them. By blocking the order, they recognized that increased risk of violence and abuse that transgender women would face in such an environment.
And it sets a precedent, right?
It does.
This ruling It's a significant victory for the transgender community, and it's a crucial reminder that the rights and safety of all incarcerated individuals, regardless of their gender identity, have to be protected. Okay,
Absolutely.
and now for something completely different.
Oh,
Seriously, what is going on in the world today? The USPS, they briefly banned packages coming in from China and Hong Kong.
yeah, that was a weird
It
one.
only lasted a few days, but still. Why? What was the reasoning?
To be honest, the whole thing was really confusing. There was very little explanation from the USPS about why they implemented the ban in the first place, and even less about why they reversed it so
It
quickly.
was like a policy U-turn out of nowhere.
It really was.
Now, I get that international shipping can be complicated, but this move caused so much disruption. Businesses, consumers, anyone who relies on those shipments, they were left scrambling. Talk about a logistical nightmare.
It's true. And, it just adds to this sense that things are a little, well, unpredictable right now, to say the least.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, we have to talk about the shutdown of USAI. All employees furloughed. Now, I know USIE provides international aid, but can you help me understand the scope of this? What are the real-world consequences of shutting down this agency?
So USA, they're a major player in international development. They're providing humanitarian assistance, they're supporting economic growth, they're promoting democracy all over the world. Shutting it down essentially brings all of those efforts to a screeching halt. The impact, it's potentially massive. We could be talking about countless lives affected, existing crises exacerbated.
Makes you think, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just numbers on a page. We're talking about real people, real consequences.
Absolutely. And, it's not just about the immediate impact either. This kind of move, it has long-term repercussions. It erodes trust. It undermines stability. It makes future cooperation that much harder.
So from proposed takeovers in Gaza to a CIA exodus to the USPS hitting the pause button on China and now a potential global aid crisis, it's like we've stepped into some kind of political thriller.
It really does make you wonder, what does it say about the state of our world when these kinds of headlines become almost commonplace?
And that's a question we should all be asking ourselves. So I hope this deep dive has given you some food for thought, because even when the news cycle feels like a runaway train, it's more important than ever to stay informed. Keep asking questions, seek out diverse perspectives, and don't be afraid to, dig a little deeper. Because even in a world overflowing with information, it's critical thinking and a healthy dose of curiosity that'll help us make sense of it all.
Couldn't have said it better
So
myself.
until next time, stay curious.
And stay
We'll
informed.
see you on the next deep dive.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.